Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, for the top four seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Florida Gators. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team is going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. So the Gators offense trots out there to open this game. And this quarterback, of course, Kirk, he's the guy that stirs the drink for this team.
You're talking about the total package. He runs it, produces it, directs it, acts out all the scenes. He's the whole package. I love a quarterback who understands the ins and outs of a football game. This kid plays like he wrote the manual.
First down here for this offense. Trying to find some room. It's Jamania. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Boy, nice first down here by this running back. And what he's doing today makes me reflect on some of the great backs that they've had over the years in Gainesville. Emmitt Smith, arguably one of the best backs, if not the best back in the history of the game. Damian Pierce more recently, but even guys like Eric Rhett and Fred Taylor, just really talented running backs with the ability to take it to the house.
On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
And he's brought down after a short gain, does not make the first down yardage. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. It's put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
Here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Florida. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And the PAT is good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense out there for their first possession. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kurt, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
The back's got it. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. He's tackled just short of the 20-yard line.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give you. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Nice job by this defense jumping on that football to come up with the interception. And not exactly how this quarterback envisioned this game starting. His very first throw of the game, he puts into traffic, and he costs his team in a big way.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
We'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football, but he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
So the offense faces 3rd and short from the +26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
Catch made on the left side. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down to the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And here's the return from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And the ball is picked off. Can he take it all the way? That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
And he will score. Touchdown, Florida.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Yeah, the extra point, and the lead now 21-zip. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Short throw to the back, an easy completion. It's a nice gain. It'll move the football up to the 27.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up under the receivers, the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Hits the running back in the flat. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
A completion makes it second down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And he's taken down behind the line. He's going to lose a yard or two.
Well, the offensive line is so caught up in communicating to pick up the defensive lineman, nobody picks up the middle linebacker on the blitz. He gets the sack.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. And Florida has the lead here as we break for the quarter. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. We'll see if this game gets out of hand before halftime. The crucial second quarter beginning right now. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. The QB throws his third pick of the day. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And the Florida offense retakes the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he scores. Touchdown, Gators. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point makes it a 28-zip lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
That's another aggressive call by this defense, bringing the blitz on 3rd and long.
Yeah, one of the beautiful things this defense has is guys who can cover. And when you feel like you have guys that can cover against these wide receivers, it frees you up to be a little bit more aggressive. And this time they dial up that blitz, not worried at all about getting beaten man-to-man coverage, and a good job of timing it up perfectly to get that sack.
And he's able to send the punt away. He'll field it close to midfield. Now they finally stop him, but he found a nice lane in that return. Puts the start of the drive in good position. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. There's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
I don't know if people understand how hard it is to defend against the deep ball and man coverage like that. But this defensive back did it perfectly. Turns his head back just in time to find the ball to ensure that incompletion.
No connection there. The pass is incomplete.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Now it's 3rd down and long. They would hate to waste this great field position. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Finding space at the 20. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
That's a football play right there. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. Almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him, giving him a chance to pick up some big yards.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a 1st down. Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. Try and muscle for the 1st down. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The Gators come to the line to run the hurry up. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Now they get set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled, and that's the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Quarterback keeps the football. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Read option, you're going to have to keep your eye on that defensive end. If he collapses down inside to the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself as a quarterback to the outside. Now, if he stays outside, you're going to go ahead and leave it in the running back's belly. In this case, he pulled it and got some good yards himself.
They're going to run it. Mack gets the carry. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. And it makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of.
Yeah, Getting set. Here's second down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Solid gain, moves the ball to a 43.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
So now it's third and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough fourth down decision? And the defense smothers him for no gain.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
And here's the return. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. The Gators offense retakes the field. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. On the run, it's Jamania. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line and this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
That's good for a first down near the 40.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, you know this defense is going to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
Deep shot caught down inside the 20. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Great timing here with the quarterback and the wide receiver. That receiver does a nice job of keeping his route vertical, and the quarterback's taught to put the ball away from the defender towards the boundary. Good adjustment by the receiver and a big play by the offense.
Running out of time in the pocket. And it's incomplete even in a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure to hit him before he can make another play.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. The Gators hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Second down and goal upcoming. Receiver in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Gators. So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the coverage team able to bring him down. Kentucky offense is back out on the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? So here we go. The first play of the drive. Less than a minute to play before halftime. First down. Looking to throw the football. Trying to create here on the move. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. A new set of downs after that completion. First down, looking to throw the ball. It's caught downfield. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Lets it fly to the wideout. And it's picked off in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his 2nd interception in this game so far. Obviously reviewed the tape, is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. The pocket breaking down. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Boy, the defense does a good job of pressuring the quarterback, but really impressed with the quarterback's effort. Not only is he pulled out of that, but he's able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Catch made on the out route. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Chris, a really great job here with the quarterback and the receiver. This is all about timing. Quarterback gets back, no hitch in his delivery, gets the ball out in front of the receiver where he can run away from the defender for a nice completion.
In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Man, really good job here by the defense, flying around, recognizing the ball is out, and then making the tackle short of the first down.
And the Gators will have to punt this one away. This is a low liner. This won't go a long way. Well, down the punt just inside the 45-yard line. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. Time running out here in the first half. Wouldn't expect them to be too aggressive in this position. Defense is coming after him. And he pulls in the catch. They finally get him, but it's across midfield. Big gain to the 33. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking to throw it on 1st down. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So on 2nd down, they'll try out the field goal unit, trying to get 3 before halftime. The kicker has good range, but this one is from 58 yards out. He missed it. And the score remains very lopsided.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
This will likely be the last play of the half. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Tackle after the pick, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, we wondered all week what this matchup would look like. So much at stake in this win-or-go-home game. And we've been treated to a fabulous first 2 quarters of playoff football. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football.
The Gators will kick this away to get the second half going. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down.
Anytime you're down at halftime, you get your minds together, you try to make some adjustments, you try to get things heading in a better direction. This offense is off to a great start after this play right here.
And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. Scanning the field. It's Flores. Looks to the left. Pass caught. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain in that completion.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They call the draw play here. Powering through. They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
Handoff here from the shotgun. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. It's a shotgun run call. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line. Give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Still searching for their first touchdown of the game, but on the move now. It's 1st and 10. And here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air.
The pass is intercepted. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Out past the 30. Past the 10. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Florida. And the interception taken to the house, a pick-6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He'll return it from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. Rush set it down to the offense. First down. Looking downfield, it's Flores. Looks to his left and makes the completion. The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
So it's second down and long here from the 13. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first half.
Good job by this offensive line, and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Snags the quick throw. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. After a first down loss, it's second and long from the 23. Looking to chuck it again. Running back grabs it on a screen. Makes a nice move there. Oh, what a move. Goes right through the tackle. He's got room to run now. And he takes it into the end zone, but hold on. There's a flag down. Hold it. So that long scoring play is spoiled by a penalty. That's a big call in this game. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Back to pass. It's Flores. He's going for a big play downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
On the junior, gets home making a sack there.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
The punt team making their way on the field. And he's able to get the boot away. And it's taken right on the midfield logo. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. The Florida offense retakes the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. Unleashes the stiff arm. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, that's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend.
Touchdown, Gators. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. How important was that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a two-possession game here in the second half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the second half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this two-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. And they finally get things going this time. Big guys up front line up. It's first down. The shotgun running play call. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
They'll run it from the gun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Secondary up now, trying to jam his receivers. Pressure is coming. There's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Recovery by the defense, headed the other way.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
Is back out on the field now. And the wideout goes in motion. Can he reach the end zone? Touchdown, Florida. And the route is on. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
And they'll set up for the PAT. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? He'll hand it off. Fights off a defender. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
And Florida has the lead, Kirk, as we break for the quarter. This has been thorough domination through 3 quarters. A real statement confirming their status as a national championship contender. Check out the stats so far. So 1 quarter away from wrapping up an impressive CFP victory. Let's get back to the final period. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
To throw, it's Flores. He's moving out of the pocket. Extending the play now. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very... It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Touchdown, Gators. Wow, what a play, a defensive score.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play where they are just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And he throws his third interception of the day. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical win.
Touchdown, Florida. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
This is just complete domination in every phase. Offense, defense, special teams. Fun to see for this team. Unfortunate on the other side.
Automatic on the PAT. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he takes this from inside the 5. Hard running through a tackler. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll take a deep shot here. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
On the ground, it's Shaw. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense...
Oh, that one's picked off. Look out, he's got some space. And bulldozing his way through. And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator. Playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it. But now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
The pass rush closing in. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Bringing pressure. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Able to get the ball back, but it could still be a drive killer.
He catches a break here. Ball is on the ground. It ends up bouncing right back to him to avoid a disaster for the offense.
On third down, he'll drop the throw. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 41.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Gets some space around the 30. They make the stop, but not before a solid.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And looking to throw now on first down. QB to the tight end for a completion. He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be first down yardage. The Gators are in the red zone. Off play action, he's looking to throw. He's running out of time here. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Oh my gosh, they almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They don't convert. In fact, he's tackled for a loss on that third down play.
Yeah, I really like the idea on third down. I can kind of see the thought process there. Make an unconventional call on third down. Sometimes that can work out, but the defense was just prepped and ready for it this time.
Well, no surprise here. They're already 2 for 2 on fourth down. Try to make it 3 for 3 here. Oh, a reverse. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. To throw, it's Flores. Eludes the rush. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. Now it's second down here. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Down he goes. A sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Punting ready to boot it away. With the return, it's Jones. And they've got the returner corralled. The Gators offense retakes the field. Last time out there, they got stopped on fourth down, but it didn't cost them anything. Let's see what the mindset is here. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. And just a short gain this time, they're able to get him down.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Inside the 35-yard line. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening that. Spot the ball at the 22.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The shotgun handoff here. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so second and 7. Now the offense has reached the red zone. And now the running back's got it again. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.